congratulations on your latest work, In and Out. And it's gonna, I know it's premiering tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the 30th of March, yeah.
Yes, here at the Ailey School. Well, what do they call the theater? What's the exact name of the theater?
The City Core Theater.
Yeah. I put you on the spot.
It's the City Core Theater. It's the City Core Theater.
Yes, Ailey City Core Theater. Yes.
Let me just check. Oops, it is Ailey II, the next generation of dancers. March 30th to April 10th at. Do you see it? Because my eyes are blind.
Okay, let's see. What does it say?
It doesn't say, does it?
And they just, oh, here it is. It's at the Joan Wiles Center for Dance. The Ailey City Group Theater.
There you go.
Okay, good. So between the two of us, thank you. We finally got that out. That's a good thing.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem. I'm bad with every name. It's not just the theater. I'm just bad with every name. So yeah, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you've done it. It's an ensemble work for 8 dancers.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. And you wanted to ask what?
Yeah, I just basically.
But you want to know the background of record?
Of course.
Yeah. It all came from the top. It was Troy who said to me, I would like for you to do a piece, and I'd like for you to use as many dancers as possible. I don't know, but I think there are 12 dancers in the company. Plus they have the what do they call them? What we call the aspirants. What do we call those? Anyway, what do you call those people over on the side?
The apprentices?
The apprentices, yeah, the apprentices, yeah.
Very
Plus the apprentices who probably would, get a chance now and then to dance, but all in all it's 12 dancers. So you basically use all 12, but 8 in the ballet. So you'll have about 6 casts. There's 6 casts to this ballet, funny enough. And it's, because at the end of the day, I've always believed that, you should always, especially in what's it, how do you call that, in an ambiance, an environment like this one, they're young dancers who are learning and they should be performing. They should be performing, they should be learning. So I try to use all of them as much as possible. So and give them the opportunity to dance as much as possible.
Now, for someone who hasn't been to the Ailey City Group Theater.
There you go.
For someone who hasn't been here, when you say the ambiance, what we're talking about, it's a small theater, it's 275 seats. It's not a bad seat in the house, it's a proscenium house.
That's a nice theater.
And it's a very nice theater, and so that the basically it's a very intimate space.
Yeah, it is, but there's, it's funny, you think so, but when they're looking, it's huge. It feels like the Met.
It does feel like a big stage.
It's huge. It's huge, the stage. It's not that intimate. There's this balance. It's this equal balance of intimacy and there's this. You need distance from when you see dance. There's that equal balance here. It was well thought out. I think the theater. It was well thought out that way because it is a whole studio.
Right.
Basically, the stage is a whole studio. And the seating area is another whole studio. So that's what you have it. Yeah, it's huge. It's actually pretty big. Yeah, but yeah. And the funny thing is, it's like with it's the fact that it's brand new. You can have all these LED lights and everything. So all the fabulous new things that you can do with it. But because of that, it adds to what is the high techness of the theater. It's no longer just intimacy with fabulous, but it is great. It's a great theater. It's probably great. One of the better theaters around, if you will. Did that answer your question?
Now, if you had to describe the work, how would you describe it?
See, that's difficult because at the end of the day, I always go back to J.D. Salinger, who said, "Trust the tale, not the teller." Because they'd asked him about a book that he had written, and that was his answer. And you're going to get something out of it that I totally did not mean to put in there. Which is fine. But it's I mean, I can't even think about it without even wanting to cry because of it was my downfall, if you will, into depression, into suicidal thoughts and things like that. But then you're probably not even going to get that out of it, because I was really down when it happened. It's just you can go from the beginning of the piece, but it's separated in pieces. It's like I forget what the names are. You know, caca for brains. You have the first piece where you're just working. You find yourself in this environment. You're just doing things. You're doing things together. But then you're sort of like and then you do it, and then you find yourself in another environment where you get closer to somebody, and you're doing, but you're still doing. You're doing, you know, but there's no substance. Then you say, okay, I need to get myself out of this. I need to free myself. I need to open myself to other things other than, you know, the little circle that I have, which is a story that I based it on myself, but which happened to me. And then, so you go out and you go, I'm not out. I want to have fun, you know, and that is what the third section's about. And you sort of you go out and you sort of, you know, you end up doing stupid things to actually have fun, in a sense. You know, it's still substance. It lacks in substance. And then you end up, you know, the first person who sort of goes hi, you sort of go, oh, you sort of, you know, which is what had happened. Then you sort of let yourself go. And you let yourself go, and you go, without even thinking of, not say the consequences, you just let yourself go because you think this person is there for that, without even giving, you know, you gave that person way too much responsibility. And so you find yourself lost and alone because of an ambiguous loss has come to you. And this ambiguous loss takes you into your life again, into the working of your life, but then you find out you cannot function in the working of your life. You can't, you know what I mean? Because things are hectic. And then you decide you need to pray. You need to figure this out for yourself. You need to figure this out for yourself. And then, in doing so, you go through a path. Again, there's all this self-help crap going around the world, which is what the last section's about. You know, you go through this path. You know, you heal. And at the end of the day, you figure out, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do it myself. And that doesn't mean that could mean a lot of things. That could mean, you know, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean the worst, or it could mean the best. Because, you know, we're not here for forever. You know, so you know, so it's really hard to me to look at all of this, because it was done at a time when, I was not in a good place. You know, I was really not in a good place.
Well, that's usually where art comes from. And you have these moments where, you know,
I suppose
you go on life's journey, and then you have something to say.
Yeah, but it's just it's funny. When Troy Powell contacted me, he said to me to do this, and then I wrote to my friend Pio Francisco Martinez, who we used to dance together in Spain. I said, I don't know what to say. I got nothing to say. And he said, you believe me, you got something to say. Just look at all your love letters. You got something to say. You know what I mean? So that it went from there. And but basically it was the music who led me, which led me, because if you listen to the score, if you will, each piece is different from the other, which is the way I was at the moment. I was like grasping from everywhere to make life happen. You know what I mean? And so that's, so I hope, if anything, that comes out of it, you know, but if not, too, whatever, like I say, trust the tale, not the teller.
I think it's more important is your process, the reason why you create.
Well, the thing is, why did you do that? Why do you create? Why do you create? Ask yourself that. Why do you do this?
I have no choice. I really don't have a choice. It's, you know, it's something inside that needs to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm a lover, maybe Libra and a Scorpio cusp. I'm a lover of beauty and art. Beside my lascivious moments around those. And what I found is that to share, art is love, and love is sharing.
Yeah.
And basically what I do is I try to take other people's experiences like yours and share them. Now I still choreograph, I still do other things, but this part of what I do I find very rewarding, because now someone's going to get to know you who didn't know you.
Because at the end of the day, for me, as you said, you know, you're sharing. So a lot of it is selfish on my part. It's very selfish. It's therapeutic.
Well, all art is selfish.
You know,
you're telling your point of view from your world.
Because why did I dance? Why did I dance? Because I needed to run away from where I was. I needed to have it in my head, wrap my head around a place where I didn't know. Where I had never not known before. And I got there, you know, and I was really lucky I got there. And it's not until now I realized that I didn't grow. It's just, I don't know, I really don't know. Because at the end of the day, I just think we are a product of where we've been.
We're part of all of our experience.
What we've seen.
Yes.
You know, and it's so funny because at the end of the day, I am, because, you know, they asked me about this particular piece, and I said, yeah, well, I'm a child of Ailey, so this, you're gonna get something from me. From what I know of as Ailey, a ballet that is multifaceted. That has many different dances in it. Basically, ballet, modern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is this is who I am. Because I mean that's all of me. But at the end of the day, I was born in Haiti. Come on, I was born in Haiti. I will never deny that. You know, I will never deny that. That's because I'm Haitian. Yes, I'm Haitian, and I think that's part of who I am. Yeah. So, and the funny thing is, it's you know, I'm a lucky person because I've been able to do so many, as you said, you know, go around so many, touched so many things, tasted so many things.
Yeah,
you know,
you've danced with, I mean, some of the greatest companies.
And choreographers, which is such a blessing. But at the same time, when you think about it, I feel like, if anything, I've got so much more to learn still.
Well, and to do a work that's cathartic, I mean, in the sense where you're revealing a certain amount of yourself.
Which is scary, Walter, because at the end of the day, now I'm finding myself having to remove myself from it, totally, because if I don't do that, then I start to cry all the time. You know, when you write something, I don't know if I used to do that when I was younger. I used to write a lot about how, because I was going through a lot of depression when I was younger. And I didn't know, at that time I didn't know it was depression. But I used to write as therapy. I wrote so many freaking diaries, for God's sakes.
But they're great though. I keep all of mine. I have them stacked.
But do you ever read them again?
Yeah.
And then how do you feel about them when you read them?
The stuff that was so dire that the earth was going to end that day, I said, I can't believe I was so upset over that.
Exactly.
As I say that.
Which is why, so it makes there's a good and a bad thing for it. It's just what I have with the piece at the moment, you know? Because it was therapy. When I did it, it was therapy because it's about, you know, this person who just left my life and took everything with them, you know? But at the end of the day, when you look at it, there's a certain sort of like, wow, which I really, really like that. Whoa, you know what I mean?
But you're sharing it on a level, you see.
Yes,
and
yeah. But at the same time, now I'm being able to remove myself from it and look at it as, you know, it was like, oh my God.
But you know, for a choreographer, there's a point where you do have to give it up. It belongs to you. It's been your child. It's been in your head. It's been an intangible, and now you've made it something that you can touch, that people can see, they can hear. Yeah. But it no longer belongs to you.
No, it no longer belongs to you because, as I said that again, trust the teller, not the teller, because nobody's gonna get what I meant to say. No, but I don't think nobody's gonna get it. They're gonna get something out of it, and whatever they're gonna get out of it, I hope it's positive.
Well, you know, if you tell these kind of stories, they do, in a way, since it's, I'm not going to say autobiographical, but since it comes from a very personal place, there'll be somebody who maybe has gone through the same thing, or is going through it, and they'll see it, they can relate, and maybe they'll see themselves in the last section. They'll say, if I'm not there yet, I'll get myself to that place, that safer place.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's all this voyage that is alone, because, you know, I've had to realize that recently, you know, about to hit 50 in a couple of weeks. And yeah, it's like I had this accident recently and I'm walking the streets alone. You know, I'm walking the streets alone and I just like, wow. And when you're a child, when you're younger, you don't think about that, but you're alone. As you get older, you get more alone. You get more alone, it's just sad.